Have you ever wondered what an average day is like in second grade? Here's Mrs. Allen's class at Council Rock Primary School.
Welcome to Mrs. Allen's second grade classroom. We are very busy throughout the school day. We learn a lot and have fun along the way. Here's a peek into what our day looks like. Every morning we have to take care of our morning routines. First we come into the room and hang up our backpacks. We take out our take-home folders and open them to see if there's any notes or bus passes inside. Then we put our folder in the take-home folder basket. After we get out our snacks and library books, if we have them, and put them in the basket on the counter, we go over to our lunch buttons and move our button to what we are doing for lunch. If you are buying your choice, your selection, and if you brought lunch, you move it to lunch from home. Last, we have free time to start our day. Some free time choices are reading, writing, drawing, Play-Doh blocks, stamps, and tracers. It's fun to have time with our friends in the morning. When the announcements come on, we stop what we are doing so we can listen to Mr. Chapman.
I've got 4 friends with me from Mrs. Allen's class ready to lead you in our pledges, so please stand and join them.
Our class has been saying the Pledge of Allegiance. In the morning, announcements, so 4 friends go down to the office each day.
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing, turn and face a friend as we continue with our Council Rock Pledge.
Our Council Rock Pledge goes like this. As a Council Rock citizen, I will be respectful, I will be kind and treat others as I want to be treated. I will be responsible for what I say and what I do. Every day I'll do my best. Now we are ready for our day. The next part of our day is morning meeting. We gather together on the rug. We go through special events that are happening during the day and what our social looks like. After we go through our calendar, we talk about the weather. How many days we've been in school, how many days we are left. We pick a song to sing. The song changes every month. Our class favorite is Count on Me. It goes like this. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2. You'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. After we have sharing, we all have a special circle day to share. Then on day 6, we have a group share. We get into small groups to share our news. Sometimes news is happy, like I got a new dog. Sometimes news is sad, like someone passed away. And sometimes it's funny, like my sister put my mom's phone in the toilet. Now that we've been sitting, it's time to get our up and dance for our rain break. sometimes we get wiggles out of our times. We practice being calm and mindful and focused on breathing. Be calm. Shared reading is another whole group time. We gather together on the rug. Mrs. Allen reads us a book during shared reading while we listen to it. We often work on a skill during this time. Today we talk about verbs. Sometimes we do phonics work. Mrs. Allen always teaches us something that's good during shared reading. This week it's all been about caring for books. Shared reading is a lot about the importance of reading. Every morning we have a snack so we don't get hungry before lunch. A snack break is a break to eat, but the weird thing is we eat snack before lunch. When it's snack time, we need to sanitize or wash our hands. Mrs. Allen calls our table caller over to get our snacks, and we bring them back to our table to eat. During snack, we can talk with our friends quietly. Some friends like to catch up with work, color, or just eat during our break. We're usually really hungry and ready for a snack by our snack break. Writing workshop is a quiet time in our classroom. Mrs. Allen begins with a mini lesson where she teaches us something new about writing. She will remind us about spelling, spaces, capitals, and lowercase letters, and punctuations. This year we will have to write negatively, informational opinions, and maybe even some fictional pieces. Mrs. Allen may call us over to work on our writing with us. Sometimes she helps us edit, and other times she helps us with our ideas. We have a writing folder where we keep our writing pieces so they don't get lost. During writing, we turn off the lights and put light music on. It's very peaceful during writing. An hour of our morning we spent on literacy centers and guided reading. During this time, we are all working on different things related to reading and writing. We use a center board that looks like this. We work through this board throughout the week. Here are some of the sentences we do. At the Poetry Center, we read and illustrate poems during Listen to Reading. We go on different apps like Raz Kids or Epic on the iPad and listen to different stories, or we read stories and answer questions about them. When we read yourself, we are working on our reading stamina, so we read as long as we can. We stay in one spot. Keep focused on our story. Have our own bubble space and read the whole time.
Other centers include writing in our journals. This year, we will write to Mrs. Allen and she will write us back. It will be like we're pen pals. We have handwriting, word practice, and we learn different spelling patterns. School active news center, and one of our class's favorites is the art center. During the art center, we make different projects. This is fun. We get to choose the order we complete our centers. We know that we may be working hard at a center and then Mrs. Allen will pull us to work with her. When we work with Mrs. Allen, she is usually teaching us something new about reading. We are reading stories in a group, practicing our writing or word work.
Sometimes we work in small groups. Other times, Miss Allen wants us one at a time. This is a very quiet time in the classroom as well.
Finally, we made us lunch. The cafeteria can be loud and noisy. This place is school is where we eat our lunch. You can talk in the lunch, but you have to remember to use our indoor rooms. It's also important to remember appropriate table manners while eating. Our class is the 3 classes in the cafeteria at a time. We sit in 3 tables. Some children might be wanting to go to the lunch line.
Remember, it's helpful to know what you're going to get for lunch before coming to school. This is a nice break for our brains after a busy one.
Right after recess, Miss Teresa takes us outside to play. After we alternate between the rainbow blacktop playground, we love to play soccer out there.
We're an active group, so we try to get out some energy before we have to head back into the classroom. We know that's important to be kind, friend, include others, and to play fairly during recess.
We go outside every day, recess and lunch is late. We play in the classroom. During the winter months, we can build a snowman, sled, and roll around the snow.
We have to remember to be prepared for the weather.
Miss Allen rule is better than safe than sorry. So send a coat and a warmer clothes if you think it's getting cold.
Our afternoon begins with science and social studies. We are learning about between these 2 subjects. This year we are beginning with science. Just learning about monarch and lady caterpillars and butterflies.
Did you know monarchs travel all the way to Mexico in the fall and travel all the way back in the spring and lay their eggs? We also have learned about monarch caterpillars only eat milkweed in this area of the classroom. We can find our science materials, our journals, books about butterflies and caterpillars. Science is so fun.
Also science, this year we are doing interactions, fluency, and toads. We have a road trip to Mendon Ponds this spring.
During social studies, we learn about our community and economics and other ways to be good citizens.
Every day we have a special area class. Art is our only one special on day 5s.
But PE, library, and music are in the afternoon. Special classes are fun.
We get to sing and make music, make projects, run around and check out books.
We work on being good listeners and good sportsmanship.
We always look forward to to our special area classes.
We learned you can't cut corners in PE.
We end our day with math. It's the last hour of our day. We always gather at the rug for a math lesson with Mrs. Allen. After we break into 3 rotations, this is what math looks like and sounds like in our classroom.
The noise level is about a 2. It's a workshop, so we are allowed to talk, but we are working, not playing. It looks like kids working with teachers and in small groups.
It feels calm because we are exploring with numbers. It looks like kids are playing math games and kids are working on IXL or ConnectEd on the iPads. It sounds like kids are whispering or using a low voice to talk with their partners about math.
We have math journals that we work in, oftentimes while we are playing games or using an iPad. Mrs. Allen can have a group of friends working at the table with her. She makes sure we are working to understand the concepts we were taught during the lesson. She can help us better in these small groups. We love to have playtime, and it's so important for our development. That's what Mrs. Allen says. We have morning choices on Friday and other times to play throughout the day.
Sometimes we go outside by our classroom windows to play other games. We play class games. So fun to play with our friends. We learn to share, solve problems, compromise, and make choices. Besides, we're the best kids, so who wouldn't want to play with us?
We hope you learned a little bit about our classroom and our school day. Now you may know why we are so tired when we get home. Thank you for coming. It's going to be a super second grade year.
Well, there you have it. At Council Rock Primary School, second grade rocks.